Everyone loves talent. We admire it. We celebrate it. We assume it's the reason some people rise while others stay behind. When we see an Olympic athlete, a successful entrepreneur, or a world-class performer, our first instinct is usually the same. They were born different. Maybe they had a gift. Maybe they had an advantage. Maybe they were simply lucky. But what if that isn't true? What if the biggest factor behind success isn't talent at all? That question led psychologist Angela Duckworth to spend years studying high achievers from different fields: athletes, military cadets, business leaders, artists, and students. What she discovered surprised even her. The people who consistently reached extraordinary levels of success weren't always the smartest. They weren't always the most naturally gifted. What separated them from everyone else was something much less glamorous, something she calls grit. Grit is the combination of passion and perseverance over a very long period of time. Not excitement, not motivation, not a burst of energy that lasts a few weeks, but the ability to keep going when progress is slow, to stay committed when nobody is watching, to continue believing in a goal long after the initial enthusiasm fades. And that's where most people struggle, because we live in a world obsessed with quick results. Everyone wants transformation. Few people want the years of repetition behind it. We admire the championship trophy, but not the thousands of hours spent training in empty gyms. We celebrate the successful company, but not the sleepless nights, failed ideas, and years of uncertainty that came before it. The truth is, greatness rarely arrives in dramatic moments. More often, it is built through small actions repeated consistently over time. Duckworth points out that many talented people never reach their potential because talent alone isn't enough. Without persistence, ability eventually hits a ceiling. Meanwhile, people who start out average often surpass expectations because they keep improving, while others stop. Think about athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo. Nobody denies his talent, but ask coaches and teammates what makes him different, and you'll hear something else. His work ethic, his obsession with improvement, his willingness to keep training when most people would already be satisfied. That's the hidden side of success that rarely makes headlines. And according to Duckworth, grit is built on 4 essential foundations. The first is passion. Not the kind of passion that changes every month, not chasing whatever trend happens to be popular. Real passion is deeper. It's staying connected to something meaningful for years. It's choosing a direction and continuing to invest in it, even when the journey becomes difficult. The second is practice, but not mindless repetition. Purposeful practice, the kind where you identify weaknesses, challenge yourself, and deliberately work on getting better. The best performers don't spend their time doing what they're already good at. They spend their time improving what they're not. The third is purpose, because effort becomes sustainable when it serves something larger than yourself. People who possess extraordinary grit often believe their work matters, not just to them, but to other people. They see meaning in what they do, and meaning creates endurance. Then comes the fourth element, perhaps the most important of all: hope. Not blind optimism, not pretending everything is fine. Hope is the belief that today's failure doesn't define tomorrow. It's the ability to get knocked down without concluding that you're finished. People with grit don't avoid setbacks. They simply refuse to let setbacks become their identity. That's an important distinction, because failure isn't what stops most people. Discouragement does. The moment they begin believing that effort no longer matters, the moment they decide that one rejection means they're not good enough, one mistake means they're not capable, one setback means the dream is impossible. But history tells a different story. Many of the people we admire today were rejected countless times before anyone believed in them. Their advantage wasn't perfection, it was persistence. Angela Duckworth's message is both simple and uncomfortable. Success is rarely determined at the starting line. It's determined by who stays in the race. Because in the end, talent may open a door, but grit is what keeps you walking through it. And if there's one lesson worth remembering, it's this: you do not have to be the most gifted person in the room. You don't have to start ahead. You don't need extraordinary advantages. What matters is your willingness to continue when continuing becomes difficult. Because the people who achieve remarkable things are not always the most talented. They're often the one who refused to quit.